Hey guys, it's DC, and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary, where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my very special Young and the Restless review. This show is making me restless. Guys, I was watching the Young and the Restless this week, and I was just ranting while I was watching it. I was like, we gotta do a video. I haven't done a video for the Young and the Restless in the longest time. I was like, we have to do one. Shout out to my cat, Benji Demira, and yes, that's my cat's real name. I didn't realize that till like 6 months ago that I named my cat after a soap opera character. Even though technically Benji's name on Days, his last name on Days is technically Hawk, he is still a Demira. So anyway, shout out to my cat for being a good sport. I don't know if you guys know the Young and the Restless, like when they have the dress thing at the end of the Young and the Restless, I was trying to kind of like mimic that. Like, you know, they have the walking end of the dress thing on the Young and the Restless. And the outro, I was trying to mimic that with my cat. I don't know if some of y'all caught that, maybe not, but you know. But let's just get right into this review, guys. I honestly don't want to waste no time. You know, everybody is so happy about this Teriah wedding, and oh my god, it's the first same-sex couple on the show. Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I'm not here for Teriah. Not because of that reason, obviously, but it's just, I feel like I'm not riding the Teriah train because I feel like I know what the writers are trying to do. You know, it's kind of like when, you know, you feed animals at a zoo and you dangle something in front of their face, like a carrot in front of whatever respective animal. I don't know the metaphor here. And then it's like, yes, you know, you just quick to eat it. I feel like this is what the writers are giving us with this Teriah storyline. Personally, for me, I know they're not going to give Teriah a good storyline after this. I just know they're not. They're like dangling a carrot in front of our face, like, yeah, we're gonna give you guys a little storyline, so just to distract you from the fact that our writing has been sucky for the whole entire year. We're gonna dangle this for you guys. We're gonna dangle it for you guys, all right? And just take it. And everyone's just celebrating them, and you know, has everyone on canvas. If you notice, everyone that was in that wedding has not had a real storyline. Even Sharon Morning Ray was done off screen. The writing for me, The Young and the Restless, it's just very terrible for me, you know, and I don't want to make this a rant. I really do want to review this week as well, as I'm ranting, I guess you could say. The writing is terrible for me, honestly. If you look at Moses and Faith, where was their storyline at? There's so many storylines The Young and the Restless has done. It has picked it up and then dropped it. There was, I actually made a list here for my notes. The whole Amanda's grandfather storyline, I couldn't even tell you what happened with that. And I was watching her at that time. I don't know if he went to jail. I don't even know what happened. I feel like that was something they hyped up and they dropped it. This whole, all these businesses coming together with Devon and Nate and Elena and, is that her name? Did I get that right? Yeah, Elena and Amanda and Amanda's sister. And then now they just dropped it. And it's just like, okay, like what are you guys trying to do exactly is my question, honestly. Because I don't see no storyline going on here, guys. I honestly just don't see a storyline. I also feel like some of the actors are they're just there to pick up their check. You know, and I'm not making this a personal dig of the actors there, but certain characters like Nick, what has Nick really done in this past year besides going to Crimson and say, hey bud, to Noah every time he's there? I haven't seen Nick do anything else. And just worry so much about what's going on in Victoria's life. It's just like, what are the characters doing? Where's the character development? Even, okay, another good example is when Devon was trying to go for custody of Dominic. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we got a storyline here. It's going to be a court case. And then all of a sudden Chance is just like, you know, I think Devon is right. We should give him custody. And I was just like, okay, like, is there anything there that's driving the story? And I'm going to give them credit because they've got Diane. They've got Ashlyn Locke. Those are two good things. But The Young and the Restless has not swept me off my feet. Like, if you think of storylines like as Brenda Dixon as Jill.
What a manner of life. Believe me, she is one hungry female.
You speak from experience on this?
Believe me, I do. When I first met the old sot, her husband, Philip Sr., wouldn't even touch her. But that didn't stop her. She had her liquor during the day and her stable boys to fill her lonely nights.
Get out, our stable boys.
Chauffeurs, gardeners, whatever else was handy. Well, don't look so shocked. Behind that withered exterior is a woman desperate for male companionship, if you know what I mean.
Or when Drusilla and Sharon fell off the cliff.
Problem. Talk to your daddy. Jack is my friend. He should know the mistake he's making.
All right, give me the phone.
Here.
Hey, Mike, give me the phone. Let go. Let go. Stop it. Let go. No, I need it.
You know, storylines like that, all the pivotal storylines that have gone on, you know, even with Jack throwing Gloria out of the Abbott mansion.
Jack!
You just don't see storylines like that anymore. And I started watching around the time when John Abbott died and Gloria was his widow. And man, those were some good scenes, man.
Jack, how would you open this door right now? I need it. This is still my home.
Oh, Gloria. This home now belongs to my brother, my two sisters, and me. We are through with unwelcome guests.
That's it. You're just throwing me out
And Kevin.
without any warning. What the hell do you expect me to do?
I expect you to get a cab to gather your things and get out of here.
That was around the time I started watching. But now this stuff that they've got going on, I'm not here for. And they're trying to dangle this Teriah wedding. You know they're not going to do nothing with this couple. I'm telling you they're not. They're not going to do anything that's going to be good for them at least. Days was the first time I saw soap know how to really write for gay characters. And not just like, oh, you're gay, you came out, you got married, and great. You're never going to be back on screen after this. As the World Turns attempted to do that for Luke and Noah, it didn't really work out the same way. All My Children kind of did it from Bianca and Maggie, but it didn't really work out the same way after that. But Days has managed to be still giving storyline to Wilson still to this day. Over a 10-year span after them coming out. So I just don't see the writers Young and The Restless doing this. And they're just sitting pretty. Sharon is sitting here studying to be a therapist. I would have loved to see her, even if she's in school, and I like that. That's a development storyline we don't see in soaps. We never see people go to school on soaps. But maybe she's in her clinicals and she's, you know, interviewing a patient as part of her way to graduate, and this patient happens to have a vendetta against Victor or something like that. Would have been nice. But no, what is she doing? Pouring coffee at Crimson. Pouring coffee to everybody. That's it. That's something like, the actors are just here to pick up a check, ain't they? I don't know if they requested it this way. Like, you know, I understand being a soap actor is not easy. I understand that. But even with Ray dying, it was, everything was done off screen. Which tells me something going on with that actor. Something going on. Something going on behind the scenes there. Because when they kill you off like that, something going on behind the scenes. I don't care what nobody say. Something going on behind the scenes. But my thing is, like, even with Sharon and Ray, I'm going to be honest, I never bought them as a pairing. I never bought Sharon and Ray as a pairing. It never did anything for me. I never believed it. I mean, even though you know Nick is her soulmate and that's who she's eventually going to be put back with, I didn't even find them believable. Sharon and Jack, I found them believable. I was able to buy into it for a little bit of time. But Sharon and Ray, I never bought into it. So when Ray died, it was like nothing. And I think that's why the writers were able to get away with that. Because they know they never wrote anything for him. They never did anything for him, honestly. So to me, the Diane thing is a good point. The Diane thing, they did something with the storyline. And that's the only good thing they have going on. And along with Ashton Locke, which Robert Newman is killing it in this role. But where is the aftermath from here? Even Billy. Billy's now just on a podcast. Really? This is what we watching? Really? This is the best y'all got? It's just not cutting it for me. And everybody on the Young and the Restless feels like a background character to me. Even Nikki. What does Nikki do? Nothing. Victor just does is mumble all day long. Complain about Ashton Locke. This Ashton Locke storyline, it's a good storyline, but literally that's like the only storyline they had going for the longest time until they brought Diane on. And I think the writers started to realize that. Because here's my thing. I understand how soaps are, but this is why I always give GH and Days their credit every single time that I watch them. Because honestly, they drive pivotal stories. YNR does not do that. B&B at least tries. It's still the Hope and Liam saga, but they at least try. Young and the Restless just don't do that. You know, this is why I always even say too, like, I think it's the writers. I'm not blaming the actors. I think it's the writing. It's the writing. It's the writing. It's the writing. I will always say that it is always the writing. Because there are sometimes you can write for an actor or actress and it's flat because you're not writing well for them. You know what I'm saying? What they're able to do. Personally, if you ask me, Cameron Grimes was better as Cassie than she is as Mariah. Michelle Morgan was damn sure better as Hillary than she is as Amanda. There's no acting chops here. Same like Mara West. I remember watching her as Carly Tenney in As the World Turns. That role was trash. It was basura. Or as you say in Creole, fatra. Okay? It was just straight trash. Okay? Or as the South Africans say, rubbish. I think that's a British thing, but they say rubbish, whatever. But when Mara West stepped into the role as, you know, Diane, because she was the last Diane, the Diane that got killed off, she was the last Diane, even though Susan Walters is the actress we associate the most with in the role. And I think she was like the second or third Diane. But Mara West, when she went into Diane Jenkins, but ultimately Ava Jerome on General Hospital, that's what set things ablaze. You can feel the fire every time she's on screen. I never got that when she was on As the World Turns. Never. It's the same with Roger Howarth. They've got him on as Austin Gatlin Hall on GH, and we know damn well it's just not working. It wasn't working when it was Franco either, but we were able to kind of work with it a little bit, you know, after some time. Because they, and even when he was Paul Ryan as World Turns, it didn't work for me either. It wasn't, even though I didn't even know him as Todd Manning, because I was used to Trevor St. John, the role, when I first started watching, I saw the past clips and I was like, yeah, Todd Manning was the role for him. Todd Manning was that role. The 90s Todd Manning, that was that role for him. It just hasn't worked for me in any other role. You know what I'm saying? And these are things that I look at when they're casting. These are the type of things I look at. So for me, even like Michelle Morgan, she's boring as Amanda. She's a great actress. And this is not against actor, but I'm saying she's a great actress, but as Amanda, it's boring. And I know it's not her because Brighton James even requested they do something with the black actors on the show and with the storyline. So I know it's not the actors, none of them, black or white, it's none of them. It's the writing. It's lazy. It's lazy writing. It's lazy. The show is making me restless. I'm already young. You know what I'm saying? It's lazy ass writing, and I don't like it. And I have a huge problem with this because they're so comfortable in the #1 spot. And this is why I feel like soap writers should change up every couple of years. Which I'm gonna do my next top 5 on soap writers. I've already decided that. My whole thing is once Carlovati leaves Days, he needs to go to YNR next. They need the help. Because the storylines for me, they're not working. They're not working out. I'm not feeling it. It is trash. Okay? It is trash storyline. I remember when Tessa first came to town, you know, when Tessa first came to town, she was this poor girl. She was giving music, piano lessons to Nikki Newman. Nikki Newman had this MS Foundation. Good storyline. You know, like when Drusilla fell off the cliff. Like, those cliffhangers. The show just has not been doing it for me lately. And I'm very disappointed in them. I feel like they don't even try. Everyone's a background character. Everyone feels like a background character in The Restless. From Michael to Lauren to Kevin. See, this is my thing with Greg Rickard. He got some of his best material on YNR, but for the past 10 years, it's like he's a background character. He's floating. He's getting better material on Days. Eileen Davidson, okay? if you want to ask me, I'm not just talking about Kristen of the last 10 years. I also watch soaps from back in the 90s too. I'm currently watching Another World right now, which I love that show. It's a good show, Another World. I like it. And I'm also watching 90s on Days. So the Jungle Madness storyline with all that stuff. Eileen Davidson, to me, I'm going to say this hands down, her best role in soaps has been Kristen DeMira. The Ashley Abbott role is just like a background. Tracy, a background. Everyone's felt like a background character. And I just don't get it, honestly. Oh, I know. I just don't get it. This is why I don't do a lot of reviews on them. It's not that I can't cover them, but there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about right now. I'm trying to make sure I cover everything here on this list. Another thing I want to talk about is, like, soaps have such rich history, and I say this all the time. If your show has been on for 20 plus years, you can find something from the inception of the show or storylines of the past to connect it to. Don't rewrite history. Goujon reliquary crap. Because this whole Ashton Locke thing was done before Brad Carlton, okay? And that Goujon reliquary crap. That was a terrible ass storyline, okay? Let's be real. That was terrible. That was terrible. You have a rich history that you can connect on. You know what I'm saying? You have a rich history that you can connect on. And y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. So to me, this show has been getting away with writing murder because the writing has been killing me. It's been killing me. Diane was a good twist. It was a good twist. I liked it, and the whole Ashton Locke thing. And by the way, the new Summer, I liked her. It was only like a few seconds in. I was like, I like her already. She sold me. Kind of like Marcy Miller on Days when she came as Abby. I was like, yep, she already sold me. She don't even got to convince me. She's my new Abby. So this new Summer, I think her name is Taylor Lanier or something like that. Something Lanier, I think is the last name. She's my new Summer. I like her. She brings a mature Summer to the role. I like that. Hunter King was good as Summer too, but it still felt like she was still young. This is like more of an older Summer, so I like it. But this show's been getting away with writing murder. I don't know what they're doing here. What are they doing with Noah? He's been on for months. Like, what exactly is his storyline? I don't get it. Make him gay or something. Do something. Do something with Noah, man. Come on. It's been 5 actors. Do something. Do something. I'm begging you. Do something. Please do something. And that's it. There's nothing else to talk about because you know why? There wasn't really no storylines on this week. Besides that, what more can you talk about? There was nothing to talk about. That's my Young and the Restless review, guys. I don't know what to even say on the show. I just want them to get better. And I don't know if it's because they're trying to appeal their international audiences. I think they're sitting too comfortably on that international money because they license their show to other countries and they're the one American sold that every single country, them and B&B have. B&B has more though, I think, for whatever reason they just do. I think it's because of the half-hour format. That's why B&B is more marketable to international countries because other countries usually broadcast their shows, their drama series in half-hour segments. Like especially South Africa, all their soaps are half hours or half hour long. But to me, I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think YNR is doing good these days? Maybe some of you guys think it is, but to me, it's just trash. I know we always complain about soaps, but back then, during 2006, which was the last golden year I felt soaps had, but Days has been bringing it for the past years. They've had some good ones, bad ones. Same with GH, same with B&B. Well, B&B really hasn't had a good storyline a lot, but they're trying. They're trying. They got an A for effort. Why do people say that when it's technically E for effort? Oh, okay, I just got that. I just got that. Shut up. All right. And another thing, too, is I didn't understand the scenes between Mariah and Summer. Summer's coming to congratulate you. Your beef that you guys have is not that deep, sis. It's not that deep. It ain't that deep. That's my Young and the Restless review, guys. I'm over it. Let me go to Days, because I can't even talk about this show anymore. It's so stupid. I can get into it when I'm just sitting at my bed watching TV, but that's not a soap where I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? It's not even that type of party, guys. But anyways, that's my soap opera. That's my Young and the Restless review. The show is making me restless. I'm out, guys. I'm out. Shout out to my cat, my beautiful cat, by the way. I love my cat. My cat is so fun. You know, by the way, that took 8 takes, by the way. That took 8 takes. Cats don't cooperate with people, all right? Cats don't cooperate, all right? I was originally supposed to be a dog owner. But she grew on me. She grew on me. I used to work at a nursing home, and she was one of the cats there, and she's following my car. I was like, oh, we had a bond. You know what I mean? She's the Kristen DiMera to my Stefano. She's a Kristen to my Stefano DiMera. Some of y'all caught the reference, and Stefano, adopted Kristen, whatever. Anyways, I'm out of here. All right, I'm out, guys. This is my Young and the Restless review, and I'm out.